welcome on Beautiful People today. My guest is film writer, lyricist, activist and now Rajya Sabha Member of Parliament, Javed Akhtar. Javed Saab, it's great to have you on the show.
Thank you.
And out of all these many hats that you wear and the different introductions that I've just used for you, it's the activist Akhtar that is becoming very, very prominent and overshadowing the others, isn't it, of late?
What happens, I mean, you do something which is fresh in people's minds, so that aspect of your personality becomes prominent. Hopefully my next film will release, and if the song do well, I will be known as the lyricist, and then something else will happen. That is how life goes on. Recently I confronted a rather ugly controversy. So because of that, perhaps people think more of this aspect than others.
Let us talk about the controversy. Darul Deoband, their statement or their stance that Muslim women should not work because working means they come into contact with men, interact with men, and therefore should not work. That is the stance, and that is what you were opposed to, right?
That's right.
My question to you is was there any need to take this on, because it's just someone's comment? Was it a fatwa? Was it something that they were trying to enforce?
No, fatwa cannot be enforced. But this is something that society doesn't understand by and large. What happens that one Muslim alim or cleric or mufti gives some irresponsible statement or some absurd statement, and the media picks it up. And an impression is created in the society that this is what by and large the community adheres to or condones. You see, you will not identify Hindu community with what the Khap Panchayat is saying. But somehow it happens to the minorities that they are known by their worst people. On one hand, you have to shatter this perception. On the other side, it is true that there is some minuscule minority within the community that has certain reverence for these voices. So you have to make them understand that what these people are saying is absurd.
You have to protest. You've got to ensure that the other side is heard.
To make people within your community to understand that this is wrong, and make people outside the community to understand that this is not the voice of the community.
When it comes to you, it is the first reason that you articulated, that is the image of the community to the wider world or to the rest of the nation.
I'll tell you why.
Is what you're defending,
yes,
is what you're protecting.
That is the first reason. Because the fact is that 99% people of the community don't adhere to this. Do you think after this diktat, after this fatwa, Muslim women will stop going to colleges or universities, or they will stop working, or they will not become doctors and engineers, or they won't try to become IAS officers or IPS officers? It's not true. The fact is that it does not affect the community to an extent that it affects people outside the community.
So if it doesn't,
so it is more of a perception than a reality.
The battle you're fighting in this particular case is the one of perception more than the one of reality.
Yes, but I can't say that there is no reality at all. That will also be exaggeration. Obviously there are some people who listen to these people. There are some people who take these words very seriously, and they have to be told that, listen, maybe you think that, but most of the people don't. So it is not that there is no reality at all. There is some reality, but not that this minority is, this whole community is a monolith, that all of them are following that. It's not true.
But has it become increasingly important for you in the past, actually over a decade, to battle this perception? Because at some level you can say that, look, there are 10 things that come up in, over a period of time, and I don't need to battle all 10 of them. I can battle 2 or 3, whereas increasingly you're battling every instance that comes up, isn't it? And my question is, why are you not picking your battles more judiciously or, with more discretion?
Now, if you do it, you are damned. If you don't do it, you are damned. If I don't do that, then you'll ask me, why you did not speak at that time?
I have a question somewhere or the other, Javed Saab.
Why do you speak every time? No, they have to be opposed.
No, I take the point you're making, but what I was trying to get at is that have you made it more important than it is by associating with the issue, even as you oppose it? Have you given it more importance than it would have got otherwise if you had not got involved?
It would have got importance anyway. Anyway, that's for sure. But it has to be opposed. And it has to be opposed in most certain terms and very clearly on a front foot. Because you see, these people who try to create this impression that they are the sole spokesperson of the community, they are the guardians of community's morality and, in bracket, votes, of course. They misuse this power. And as a matter of fact, you have seen in recent past, in last 50, 60 years, that every time powers that be want to contact or interact with the largest minority of this country, they more often than not meet these people. It has to be told to them that, listen, they are not the sole representative. They may be the representative of a certain segment, but they don't represent this whole community. Why don't you talk to the doctors, engineers, professors, vice chancellors, research scholars, intellectuals, instead of talking to only these people? Why? You should get rid of these perceptions, and that will help the society, and that will help the country, and that will help this community also.
So there is no doubt in your mind that no matter how small the issue, no matter how big the ramifications of the issue, you need to protest or raise a voice against it if you feel that it is allowing fundamental forces or misrepresentation of a larger body of people.
As a matter of fact, when all this happened, there were some people who sent me threatening SMS and emails, but their percentage was minuscule in front of those who congratulated me, who wrote me letters of thanks, and who said that we are with you and stand by you. And they were not only individuals, organizations like All India Muslim Women Andolan, like surprise, 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 All India Imam Council in Delhi, the president of that council wrote to me that we totally agree with you and we are with you and we condemn such things.
How do you react when someone like the Shiv Sena suddenly comes in and endorses you for all the wrong reasons, for their agendas which you may totally
I
not
understand that. Why only Shiv Sena? There are many people who will condone me and they will say that very good, you have whatever you have said is wonderful, that you are trying to save the rights and dignity of Muslim women. But I feel surprised and amused also that they are the same people who are not bothered about what happened to Muslim women in Gujarat, what happened to Muslim women in Bombay in 92 or in Surat. This is another kind of Muslim baiting which they do. When somebody stands up against the Muslim fundamentalists, they support him. Not because they are against Muslim fundamentalism, not that they have any iota of sympathy with Muslim women, but because it is showing the community in bad light by and large. So that's wonderful and that's most welcome. But if we ask them to save the same Muslim women, not only from Muslim fundamentalists, but Hindu fundamentalists also, they won't do that.